Good morning, Patrick here from Complete Health. And I just want to go through a question that gets asked to me on a relatively regular basis with clients coming through the door. So one of the most common inquiries of a patient coming in, whether that's online or they step in off the street and they want to ask, how long will I stay under chiropractic care? Now, obviously, this is probably one of the most difficult questions to answer because, like with everything, this is really going to depend. It massively depends on the severity of the problem, the type of patient, and what that person is looking to try and get out of the chiropractic process. Now, when I look at a client, every single one of my clients, I really look at three phases to care: correction, stabilization, and maintenance. Now, each different phase has a different purpose. So initially, the correction, we might call it firefighting mode, which is when someone's in a lot of pain, they really don't care about how good their function, posture, and mobility can sometimes be. They just want to be able to function again. And so for some people, this is the only part of care that they'll do, is the firefighting part of care. Now, for me, this is always a problematic thing because when people only do the firefighting part and they never do the stabilization, then we tend to see that person not necessarily in my office, but they'll end up in an office at another point because the injury ends up coming back. So the thing that was constantly triggering the problem in the first place actually then triggers it a second time, or potentially triggers a new injury somewhere else. So say, for example, if someone's got really bad posture and they're getting neck problems and they don't correct the posture, guess what ends up happening to their headaches or neck pain? It ends up coming back. So this is why we always look at stabilization as well. So this is really looking at mobility of tissues and strengthening up of muscles to ensure that problems don't come back. And really, finally, the third phase is maintenance. Now, some people will choose and some people will not choose to maintain with us. However, if I was to put people on a spectrum, I have some clients that will only ever come and do the initial assessment, and I'll have some clients that will stay with me for years. And I will have other clients that will stay with me for lifetimes. And I might have a couple of clients that only, like I say, want to do the firefighting mode. And if people only do the firefighting mode, then they're not going to be staying for long periods of time. They will just do those short periods, get rid of the pain, and then all of a sudden, then they're going to drop off of that program. Good morning, guys. It's really good to see you. So when we look at how long is a program, how long will I stay under chiropractic care? It is probably, as you can now see, very difficult for me to answer the question because it depends what the person wants. Now, a lot of people will generally start with around 6 weeks, and that will really be your firefighting mode. And that's where we're going to see your biggest changes, both in structure, function, and pain. And so I hope this helps people to understand that it is really, and same with all health problems, by the way, there is not, as far as I know, a health problem on the planet that is not helped by longevity of good lifestyle and care. There is not a condition, we can go for cancer, we can go for diabetes, heart disease, and even infections. If even we look at something as short term as something like a common cold or a flu, if someone is looking after their body long term, whether that's physically, whether that's chemically, whether that's emotionally, this all has an impact on the way that our bodies and our cells start to work and communicate. And as a result, is going to improve stuff like our immune systems, our muscle systems, our bone systems, our inflammatory system. Why? Because the body likes natural and long-term health. Why? Because it's natural. That's what it is. So it is actually much better, and I think it was Benjamin Franklin that used the quote, it's better to use an ounce of prevention than a pound of cure. Why? Because we can stop more problems by changing our lifestyle than what we can cure by changing our lifestyle. And it's so true. And I used the analogy with a client the other week because he was a cleaner. And how long does he spend cleaning the floors in Mercedes? Because that's one of his jobs. He clears and buffs the floors in Mercedes. And I said, how long does it take to clean the floor? And he said, 2 to 3 hours, and we might have 2 members of staff doing it at the same time. And I said, okay, cool. How long does it take for someone to come and drop a coffee? And the whole process starts again. So just think about it. What you can do today and what you can do to encourage and sustain your health will make a massive difference. Maybe not now, but 5 years down the line. Patrick here from Complete Health. I hope you guys have an amazing day. If you have any questions, please comment or just send us a private message. I'm always happy to help. Take care for now.